Alakazoo, bippity boppity boo. Put it together and what do you get? Bippity boppity boo. This bunny is fast. Hold on. Hold on. We gotta brush you. Yeah. Hold on. How cute. Oh, it's okay. Let's check your temperature. Looking good. Okay, let's blow dry you. Gotta give you the perfect blowout. Oh my god. Looking amazing. Okay. Wait. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Someone had no idea who they were up against. They had no idea who they were entertaining, and they had no idea who the frick they were talking to. These people thought that they could get away with using you, using your kind heart, using your generosity, and they thought that you would have to stay with them because of marriage or a child or a home that was bought or some type of contract or them being family. They thought they can't walk away, they can't leave, leaving you feeling blocked and restrained. So now that you're moving through feeling abandoned and feeling lied to, you're seeing that this person is nothing but greedy, nothing but a clout chaser. This person is not transparent. They're not honest. They are not who they said that they were going to be. Any hopes of you had that you had of them changing is like now officially out the window. They just love when you're vilified or you're going through something, and then they feel like they're the most amazing person ever, which is how they really want to be perceived. This person could have lied and said, I got you, I'll watch over you, you don't got to worry about this, when in fact you had to worry about this, whether they were a cheater or there were infidelities or whatever it was. However this pertains to your life, your spiritual support is increasing in ways that you couldn't imagine, and whatever you're about to post on social media is going to send shockwaves. Whatever you're about to start telling people about themselves is going to send shockwaves. Their jaws are going to be on the ground, not able to be picked back up. This person that said, I'll watch over you, I will never lie to you, I'll always help in any way that I can, they are full of it. If you are online already, you deal with a lot of influencers that are fake, fraudulent. You're so tired of fake, phony people. But guess what? Justice is here. So if you were in the middle of throwing their stuff on the lawn, you can pause, okay? If you were in the middle of blocking their number, changing your number, calling an attorney, maybe just take a breather for a second and we can go over, anything else that might help while you're cooling down a little bit. You are being reborn in the way that you use your voice, showing people I am not a victim and I am not afraid. I'm hearing that song by Halsey, I Am Not Afraid Anymore. And I think it goes to the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack, but it's just so perfect for right now. I am not afraid anymore. What you thought you wanted, you're like, yeah, if that's going to hold me down, I don't need it. If that's the type of family I'm going to have where everything needs to be picture perfect and we don't actually deal with things, like, I'm good. You're always here to blow the roof off of the lies. You're always here to expose the truth. And that is why you deserve positive and uplifting friends. But you've been seeing some changes in people that are things that you are noting. You're like, okay, so you're going to be a whole liar. Noted. You're going to try to deceive me any chance you get. Noted. You're going to be lazy and pretend like you're doing things. Noted. Your cutoff game is here. And you're not sorry about it. Maybe normally you'd be like, oh my gosh, what did I do? You're like, no, I'm not sorry about it because I gave you every opportunity to tell the truth. I had feelings, inklings, and, different red flags or concerns, and you had every opportunity to excuse yourself, to tell the truth, and to stand up for what was right, and you chose to do the absolute complete opposite. So whoever has had a million chances to do it right, they will not be allowed to advance with you. An angel number that I'm seeing a lot right now for you guys, or for the collective, is 808. So let me know in the comments what angel number 808 means to you. Now that your heart has shifted in a different direction, and you're not giving it out to the same old people that you once trusted, there's something shifting in your finances and in your love life. If you thought this person was the soulmate, the end all be all, there's somebody way better coming in that is honest and upright. If you thought, oh my gosh, I thought this was going to be my best friend, I thought this was going to be my family, I thought this was going to be the job for me, you were starting to see that, like, no, there's going to be way better, because whatever you really liked about these said people or said environments, you're seeing like, no, it's been a crock of crap. And it's almost like they've been trying to passively aggressively tell you, like, I don't want to be here and I don't want to do this. And you're just going to listen to that now. Like, yeah, you don't need to be here. Yeah, I don't want you here. You're done with people trying to cut corners when you don't cut corners for them. When they need you, you go above and beyond. And they could still put you in really shitty situations. They could still put you in the middle of things that they should not put you in the middle of. They should not do things that are going to embarrass you or make you look bad. And you're just really starting to see where people don't have the training, the experience, the trust, the loyalty that they said that they did. That they stand on dog crap. What they said they could do, they lied. Riddle me what? They lied. And you're over it. You're like, oh my gosh, this whole time. Let's see. My 1 minute timer. I've been wasting my time. I will waste no more minutes on you. No more minutes. So you're looking at what they told you. They told me that they could take care of this, and they lied. They told me that they would be here for this, and they lied. They told me that I could always trust them, that they would never cheat on me, and they freaking lied. You're here to shake things up. For those that feel lost and that feel abandoned, for those that have been underestimated, and trust and believe that these people underestimated you. Your light takes a toll on those that are trying to pretend. They're trying to pretend like, I got this light too. That's why we're a match. I got this light too. That's why we're besties. That's why we're soulmates. And that is not the case. One thing that you could be really annoyed by is the fact that they put this invisible pressure on you. And you don't like it. It's this invisible pressure of, you could do this too, or you could do that. And it's them being in a rush and making sure the timeline is on their side and in their favor. And you've had it with that. There is a whole new world being born for you where you get to do things on your own timeline. You'll flip over the timer as many times as you want. You'll start over as many times as you want. This is a whole new timeline that you didn't see coming. You didn't see a wrench being thrown in your family dynamic and the phoniness of it, but your voice needed to be activated again. Especially if you felt like some of you were having bad skin reactions. Some of you were having health issues. Others of you were having nightmares, or you were channeling certain messages. And this is because of the not so great people that were around you and that were not supposed to be around you as a spiritual teacher, because they are a waste of time. And I don't mean to say it in such a mean way, but they took advantage of your kindness, your generosity, your humanitarianness, your nobility. Like they took advantage of all of that. And they're going to squander it. They're not listening. Like they didn't deserve none of that. They are not the others that you're going to be alleviating the suffering of. They ain't that. So I don't know what coattails they thought. They thought they were going to ride your coattails. I can't stand that. They thought No one's going to notice me riding their coattails. And they weren't even that awesome to begin with. Riddle me what? Sometimes when we think that this person is like good for us or this environment is good for us, we'll like really dress it up and gaslight ourselves. And then when we have time apart or time away from it and we're looking at it from different optics, we're like, oh my gosh, they weren't even cute. You ever done that with somebody you've dated? You're like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So you're going to be feeling inspired with how you use your voice and how you help others. You're not going to let this grind you down. You're not going to let this stop you. Like, you are a hero that has been activated. And you are going to show them, these people that you just walked away from, yeah, you thought me walking away was going to tear me down, and it actually made me glow that much harder. When you are around certain people, you are supposed to be glowing up. Not glowing down, but glowing up. Things are supposed to be easier for you. And you're just starting to see where people that you really cared about were not making things easier for you. They were, in fact, putting you in the middle of some effery, putting you in a roundabout, and then pretending like it was a great situation to be in. And you're like, on what planet is this a great situation to be in? You got me in a love triangle. You got me dealing with these karmic chew toys, my ops, my enemies, and you're embarrassing me. I was in a relationship like that where I thought there is no way this person has time to cheat, and I really was naive. This was like the first person that I thought was my soulmate, and I loved them. Like, I thought, oh my gosh, we're going to be together forever, and we're so passionate, like all the things. But I was really young then, and I just didn't know any better. But I genuinely thought, we're connected at the hip. We work together. We run a business together. We party together. Like, we're always together. They don't got no time to cheat. Well, this person they found time in the day. They found time in the day. And not only did they do that, they did that with my friends. My alleged friends. And now when I look back at that person, I'm like, I cannot believe I wasted all of that time. Not only did I waste all those years trying to reconcile and trying to think, like, I'm not good enough. Oh, they cheated on me with so many people. Like, what's wrong with me? I spiraled. My whole entire life I put in the freaking toilet. I got worse in my addiction. I started partying even more. I just didn't care. I completely let myself go. And I actually at that time aged myself because I just was so depressed and so sad that I wasn't taking the best care of myself because I couldn't get over this person. When if I had stood on business and been like, yeah, you did this, you did that, you did this, so you can go F yourself, and then glowed up, I just didn't have that. I was not wired that way yet, like I am now, where I'd be like, it reminds me of Wizard Liz, where she's doing that video with her, now gonna be ex-husband, I guess. Did you guys hear about that? Where she is now, this is gonna be if you're watching this video to date. She just posted online that her husband was talking to somebody else on Snapchat and said, this is a fake relationship. Me and Liz are a fake relationship. It's all for online. It's for clicks and views. It's for clout. We're not really in love. We're not really a thing. So yeah, like me and you can hook up. And Liz is 4 months pregnant. I know she's going to look back on that. And I'm so glad that she's telling people and standing up for herself, because that's putting it on Front Street. You don't get to control the narrative, sir. I get to control the narrative because I'm going to use my platform and my voice. And that is what you guys are doing. You're going to use your platform and your voice to set the record straight. So that is what she did. And I know one day further down the road, she's going to be like, oh, I'm so glad. Like, that guy is like, pfft. You know what I mean? But it's sad because so many people were like, oh my gosh, they're like the ultimate fairy tale. And I did feel like at one point it aligned with my soulmate theory. But I obviously don't know the ins and outs of their relationship, or didn't. But that was just like my guesstimation that in my twin flame theory, you can be with someone or have met somebody or cross paths And it could be somebody that you have mutual friends with, or maybe not. Maybe you just went to school with them, but you will reconnect online for the most part because so many of us are online. And then you'll have this immediate connection and comfortability with them. And that marriage comes in really, really fast. And so she had fit that narrative, but still got online with as many people that look up to her and follow her and said, this is what this person did, and I'm walking away. And she had just posted a video with him on her channel a couple weeks ago. And I felt like his energy was kind of off, and I couldn't even get to the video because I felt like, oh, like, I don't, it's one thing when you're doing like a short reel or a short TikTok or a short, and you're just showing seconds of a person. But it's another thing when they're sitting down side by side in a video. And it's funny because I literally tried to watch this video, right? I don't know if it was posted a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago, but nonetheless, I tried to watch it. I couldn't tune in. I just wasn't feeling it, and I don't remember why. But now that that's been posted, that makes sense. That makes sense. And she's going to take her ring and donate it to a women's shelter. You are going to control the narrative. You're done trying to please everybody. You're like, where is that going to get me? Resentful, tired, busted, whatever. But yeah, his vibe was kind of like, I don't know, it was weird. It was off. It wasn't like what I would picture me and my husband doing a video. It's going to be like us picking on each other and me laughing and looking really dorky and just being giddy and blushing and just like, and even though we've been together for over a decade, like I just picture like being in love differently. You know what I mean? So it was very amazing of her to still get online and say, yeah, I know this is what we had going on, but this is not what it is because this is what I just found out. So I am walking away. And it's like, it takes one tough mother effer to do. But yeah, I just didn't click with their vibe. And I am very intuitive. And that should have been a red flag to me, like, something's up. But it's not for me to judge. It's not for me to judge or dissect or pick apart somebody's relationship on the internet. You know what I mean? So I'm rooting for her. I'm sending her so much love and healing energy because she's a bad bitch and she's going to land on top. And if she thought that was her soulmate, God is about to bring her the man of her freaking dreams. Literally. I'm telling you, when we activate our voice and we show the universe and we show God and we show the divine, like, this is what I deserve, they match that. And so she could have been going through something when she met this guy and he took advantage of that. And now she's going to glow up even harder. But when I went to watch them, I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. Like, they're going to be so cutesy together. I can't wait. I need some couple inspiration because there are so many couples online that you guys know, they're so fake. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And I was just like, oh, like, I just don't know. He's acting really weird, you know? You guys know. All must have prizes. This is how the people that you're getting rid of in your life feel like, I get the prizes. I get a prize for participating. No, the F you do not. Sorry. No, the F you do not. You do not just get a prize just for being here. You are getting ready to pass the biggest test of your life, and all the people that thought that they could get a freaking participation trophy, you're like, get the frick out of here with that. You are unlocking the life that you want. Justice is being served. Affirm it below. I claim this message. Justice is being served. So whatever you're about to say and whatever you're about to post is going to leave people shook because maybe you just haven't been posting as much. That's like personal. You've been maybe not really feeling yourself. You've been trying to get your mojo back, get your sexy back. And you're finally feeling that even though you're not to the point that you want to be at. You know, you're not completely healed from this breakup. You're not completely untethered from whoever you want to be untethered from, but you are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and it is getting brighter. And that for you feels like enough because you're like, finally, I have turned this dark ass tunnel into the echo chamber of that is my happily ever after. That is mine. That is my light at the end of the tunnel. This is my celebration. This is my feast. This is my table. Period. The end. So you are passing this test and you are getting freedom. You are declaring freedom. You are attracting wonderful news. Oh my gosh. Somebody thought that they could investigate you and make you look bad. Like, they thought God was going to let them walk on through and get away with that. I'll wait. They thought that you would let them walk on through and get away with that. People misunderstand your love and you will let them. They underestimate your love and you will let them. So they can't get amnesia. They cannot bump their head when you correct them. You feel me? So now you're looking closely. You're investigating like what went wrong and you're fine with it. You're like, I needed to go through this because I'm going to be a spiritual warrior and I'm going to help activate generations to treat themselves, to make themselves a priority and to only attract people that make them in turn a priority. You're getting really tired of people that are lazy, that take shortcuts, that stuff is really giving you the ick right now. People that it is no sweat off of their back to borrow money from you, to take money from you, to ride your coattails. It's no sweat off of their back to use you, to put you in the middle of a third party situation, whether it's family or love. I don't think so. So now you're going to think before you act. And that's why it would be a good chance to like pause on anything that you want to do, because they might want to try to make you look like you're crazy or you're the bad guy. But I feel like you guys are truly protected. But I do see you looking closely at how this person has been treating you and how they've been acting and how you maybe let some of it go over your head. It ain't no more. It ain't no more. So something is bursting back into your life. And that is the love that you have for yourself. Something is bursting back into your life, and that is that glow up that you have been missing. So let's say you had this glow up, you were on this glow up journey, and something completely wiped you out and took you out. This person or situation or environment could be a part of that, and now you're removing it, and you're like, yeah, I'm working on myself right now. And I've got some more healing to do, and you're not really helping with that, so you can kind of go F yourself. But yeah, something is going to burst back in, and I feel like it's this love that you had for yourself when you were really on top of the world, and maybe you haven't been feeling like on top of the world, but trust and believe, in less than a couple days, you are going to be feeling free. You are going to feel fearless. You're not going to let your fear of being alone guide you. You're not going to let your fear of like things not looking good, like, oh, I don't have a family, or I feel like an orphan, or I always get abandoned, or, you know, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with them? People are going to listen to you even more because you are tried and true. You have been through these things. You don't preach about things that you haven't been through. You can teach even though you are not an expert. People are throwing respect on your name. And so because there's so many people throwing respect on your name, you're looking at the people that aren't, and you're like, on what planet do you think I'm going to let you throw some more dirt on my name? You're the one with the voice, the platform. You can roar without saying a word. Whatever you're about to articulate, I'm here for I will dictate what you're standing on. I will dictate what you're standing on, because people are going to be left beside themselves. And that's what they deserve. That is quite literally what they deserve. Thinking that they could just... they put an immense effort to advance on your coattails. Not to advance on their own coattails. Like, they have been... let's say you're an influencer. This person's been trying to be an influencer and has failed. And they're like, they are not going to even... that's a wash. But now they're going to try to act like, yeah, we're doing things together so I can no. You're going to see people that are truly happy for you and your success, that are not jealous of you, that are not competitive with you. I feel like if you're a woman dating a man and you are a woman that is a powerful influencer, such as Wizard Liz, it takes a very strong man to be okay with that much success. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Like, knowing that they're enough and them not needing that attention for themselves, not being threatened by that success. And a lot of masculines that are dating women will act like that doesn't bother me, da-da-da-da-da. But if they have already tried that road, I would definitely be mindful of not going down that road with them, because they might not be trustworthy. Like, there are certain people that I know that I would, if I wasn't married, I would never date, just because they do things online for instant gratification. So if we were together, they would use your coattails, and you don't need that. You need someone that has their own hobbies, their own things, their own interests. They know they're the shit. They know they're the bee's knees. And then you together are a magical, unstoppable force. But I feel like usually it's going to be opposites attract. Like, you might get a lot of attention online. They might get a lot of attention in the 3D. And together, you guys will be unstoppable. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? The bottom line was, these people were never going to be able to keep up with you, because you are the real deal. You're not just a big deal. You're the real deal. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Okay, let me dictate that. So we have find solutions in unknown places in the darkness. This person thought, I could put them in the darkness and they'll be none the wiser. That's not going to last, because you are the light. It doesn't matter how much they dimmed you. It is temporary. Any setback that people try to put you through, it is always temporary. You will always withstand the storm, because you are quite literally the storm. So these people were being really fake, but intuitively, they weren't going to outlast you. Does that make sense? Like, I'm sure whatever game that Wizard Liz's man, or now ex-man, was trying to like run or pull lasted as long as he was like on short form content, and it was, like a swirl and a twirl in a second, versus long form content where people are going to be able to kind of read if he's, good or not. And now a lot of things are going to make sense to people that were maybe trying to ignore their intuition and just be happy for her. Now they're going to be like, oh, riddle me what? I was right. And she's doing the same thing. Like, I was right. I should have listened to the bad dreams that I had. I should have listened to my gut. So we have becoming braver, your resilience, your experience. You are growing stronger, and you are being given a fresh perspective on what you deserve. You don't deserve somebody that challenges you and makes everything a freaking pissing match. You don't need somebody that only listens enough to you so they can wait their chance to respond, but they don't actually listen. I cannot stand that. I'm just waiting for you to finish talking. Like, I do talk a lot and I do talk fast. So like, all my besties, like, we be interrupting each other. Like, oh my gosh, because we're like ADHD. But we're not doing that to like be mean or to be like, we are not proper. We lack social skills. It's just like, we're excited and we're geeked up. But at the same time, you can be respectful and pause when things are more serious and you're like, oh, they need to get this out. Let me shut the F up and let them get this out. These people, you're starting to see that they weren't listening to you. They were waiting their opportunity to gain something that they had no right to, that they didn't work for, that they didn't deserve. Somebody wanted a part of your dynasty. Somebody wanted a part of your savings. Somebody wanted a part of your fame or your recognition. No. God is not allowing that. It is not going down like that. So we have, it's time to become a great leader. Maybe for some of you, this was the final piece of you becoming this great leader. You're like, I was needing some inspiration. Now you're inspired. You guys have evolved so much and grown from, like me back in the day, I would have been like, well, I'm just going to get high and I'm going to drink and I'm going to disappear for a week. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. Or I might end up in jail. Who knows? when bad things would happen. That's what I would do. I would almost like be looking for a reason for something bad to happen so I wouldn't feel so bad about being an addict or being an alcoholic. Sorry, I'm not trying to trigger anyone. But now, if I'm dealing with things that are painful, I try really hard to transmute that. I try really hard to tell myself, like, you know what, this is just a stepping stone. I just handle those things so much differently. I don't try to numb it or smother it or act like it's not happening. It's like I have to look at this, and anytime I try to take a shortcut, God, boop, puts me right back where I'm supposed to go. Oh, where did you think you were running off to so fast? Like, oh, I thought I was done with this lesson. No, I wasn't. So you guys really handle your business now. Don't let these people treat you like you're still this old version. Like you don't got it together. Or like you won't have it together without them. They're the ones that need you. Let me be so for real right now. They're the ones that need you. These people that are using you, stand up for yourself. Don't feel bad about standing up for yourself, because they're going to try to make you feel like, well, you're not going to get to see so-and-so if you do that, or, you know, it's going to be like this if you do that. Well, let it be like that if it needs to, because I don't freaking need you. You need me. So don't bump your head and try to reverse psychology my behind. That ain't happening. Do you know what I mean? I hate when people do that. It's like, I'm doing you a service. I'm helping you. I'm helping you with the family. I'm helping you with your whatever. This is like being the perfect spouse, okay? This is like being the perfect spouse or the perfect sister or the perfect brother, and they just use, and then turn it around like, well, you need me. No, word on me, what? You need me. Your calculations have been wrong. All the way wrong. So you're turning that frown upside down like, you know what? This is an opportunity to write a book, to write a song, to write a poem. This is an opportunity to go to the gym, to go on a vacation, to turn it all the way up. Yeah, you're going to achieve great things, and they know that. They know that. You know, I wish I had this type of energy like back then. I would have blown the F up. But I also needed to go through a lot of that darkness in my life, so I would be who I am now. So I can't, really say that. But I say that to say this. You're going to achieve great things. They knew that. They wanted to be a part of it. They wanted to be a part of it. And if they couldn't be a part of it, they wanted to hinder it. God, the divine, and the universe is saying, this is your time. It might have come in a really effed up way. You could have been praying for inspiration. You could have been praying for a whole moment. And you're like, I didn't know it was going to come in like this. You are passing this test with flying colors. Okay, anything else for the collective? Yeah, I do feel like it's going to be strange and crazy. Like, there were a lot of little moments that led up to the mistrust of this person. A lot of little inklings and feelings like, they could have done this way and they chose to do it this way. There's something off about this. They told me that, but it doesn't align with this. All of those little pieces that you're now looking closely at, you're like, yeah, never falling for that again. You take everything in as an opportunity to learn. So don't fear that you've made a mistake. Don't give yourself grace. Like, this mistake was necessary for your next move, for the next stage of your life, for this new life to begin. You are deciding which life you're going to choose, which life you're going to approach. You're like, I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry for myself that I chose the wrong person or the wrong job, or I maybe stayed in there a little bit too long. I'm going to give it the space that I need. Don't sit there thinking that your work life, your love life, your finances are cursed. They're not. Don't sit there and feel like your family life or any of that is cursed, because it's not. There are not many people like you, and you are getting the rarest type of freedom where, though you need to be connected to certain people because of like children or different assets, it's going to be teaching them the biggest lesson. So though you're graduating and passing this test, maybe part of their karma is that they get a front row seat to God preparing your table. Because I mean, really think about it. That guy that just lost with Wizard Liz. That guy that just lost her, I mean, they're having a child together. And so that's like at least 18 years of him getting a front row seat to what he's missing out on. You feel me? So that is exactly what I mean. And I've been getting that in other messages, that we could be tied to people because of children, but it does not mean that we can't stand on business and tell them who they're dealing with. Like, oh, you thought because we had a child. No. No. You are creating a safe place for yourself to go, and they ain't it. You're seeing that for some reason this person was never going to be able to properly protect you, keep you safe, or keep your child safe, or keep your family safe. They just, said a bunch of words. And for some reason, you're supposed to get a front row seat to the test that they're not passing. They were given an opportunity to stand, defend, and honor. And instead, they backstabbed, betrayed, acted two-faced, and lied. So this is like you catching them on the phone with somebody, and they're telling that person like, oh, I'm just with them because of this and that and this. That's no. What you should be saying is, that person is my rock. They are my world. Because that's how my man would talk about me. He's always saying good things about me, and I'm always saying good things about him. Like, I would never give a stranger, a clout chaser, an enemy, an op, or a thirsty, or an opportunist an opportunity to for me just be ragging on my, like, what? No. He is dumb to be doing that on the internet. Her man was dumb to be doing that on the internet. Like, that's not freaking cool. That's why you got caught. And then Wizard Liz still wished her well. She is the ultimate high road. And there is a reason why her transparency is going to set a tone for so many other people that have been underestimated in their relationships or feel like hopeless, like there are no good men out there. And that's not true. That is not true. I am living proof that there are good men out there. Are they, somewhat hard to find? Maybe. Okay, but I want you to have faith that if that's what you're looking for, it is approaching and it is near. I have a lot of great men on my channel, and I'm very proud to have the percentage of men viewers that I have, and I'm grateful because 99.9% of them are very respectful, and the others, they get put where they go. You feel me? And yeah. There was a girl that posted a video. I don't know what her name is, but it just went through my For You page. And she was like, well, what are we supposed to do if like that relationship doesn't work? There's still other good relationships. Yes, they are far and few between because social media gets in the way. People's views and ideologies and different backgrounds get in the way. And you can either use that to really sort through what you want to sort through. I don't know. It's just different for everybody. We all have a different path. So don't define your life by having the love of your life. I feel like it comes when it's supposed to. And if we're ready to face that and be honest with, you know what? I deserve to have this love. Because even when I met the person, the love of my life, I sabotaged it. God literally put me in jail. So I stopped sabotaging the love of my life. Now, I don't know if everyone will get a warning like that, but I was in there damn near a month because God knows I'm hard-headed and I'd be taking the scenic route. I was literally in there almost a month having to figure out like, okay, I am sabotaging. Why am I doing that? I need to sit in here and reflect. God put me in here for a reason. And now I need to figure out like why I'm fighting this. I was just fighting it. Like, I don't trust. I'm not this. I'm not that. And I didn't really have a reason to not trust this person, but I needed to work through what I needed to work through and then take it slowly from there. So you are managing to be glad. And the new people entering your life that you feel like you have properly vetted are going to feel like they are the safe place to go. they know that you can achieve great things, like they're going to breathe life into you. They're not going to tell you that you can achieve great things and then try to ride your coattails to the finish line. Like, you ever see that in reality shows where they're like, it's kind of like The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I feel like some of the husbands were like shocked that their women were making what they were making on social media. And, you know, some of them could feel some type of way about it, or some of them cannot. And it's, time will tell, especially on a reality show. Time will tell if they are there for the right reasons. And I feel like a lot of them are, but the few that aren't, it's like you cannot be dating somebody on social media, whether it's Taylor, Frankie Paul, I think that's her name, or the Wizard Liz. You cannot be dating somebody of that magnitude and think that you're going to get away with cheating. I know smaller sewing circles that don't get away with cheating and that air it out on freaking Facebook. We got Facebook groups for, we might have been dating the same person. And you literally think that you're dating like the ultimate influencer and somebody's just going to let you skate on by, whether they do it for clout or not. Whether they do it to warn that person or not. Maybe they weren't acquainted when they met that person or hooked up with that person or talked to that person, and then they found out and then they felt like, whoa, what did I do? You know, it's just crazy. But they don't get a prize for, you know, some people think like, well, I've been with you for a while, so like I should get a cookie. I should get a prize. I should get an attaboy. You know what I mean? So people that are guilty are going to be acting really guilty. These could possibly be siblings that just did you dirty, or a lover, acting like everything is your responsibility. And so that's a big red flag to you right now, is maybe somebody was using you to get attention. Let me give you guys an example. I had this going on in my family where I've been zero contact with them for a while. And if I was going to speak to anyone, that would get them a lot of attention because then they would know what was going on in my life. And we ain't doing that anymore, because I'm not going to tell you things and then let you drop ultimate gossip or updates that I don't want. Like, I don't want any family updates. So like if you were talking to one person in the family and they're going back and telling all of your secrets, all the things that you confided them about, and they're constantly upsetting you with the things that you don't want to talk about, and then reiterating that and telling you the bad things that they're saying, and then on top of that, you know, trying to get you riled up. They're going to call it like you see it right now. The snake is a snake, and the snitch is a snitch, and the rat is the rat, and it is what it is. So you're going to be making some ultimate sacrifices of like, you know what, you're supposed to be family, and I've done all of this for you, and this is what you're choosing to do. You're not, let me not get drastic. You don't matter anymore. And when you're done bumping your head, don't come calling me. Okay, don't come calling me when you're done bumping your head, because these people, they can be bought. They can be bought. Like if they think it's going to get them more attention or make them the golden child, or it's going to get them back with their ex. Do you know what I mean? They think like, oh, if I just run over this person, it's fine because I'm going to get this back. And they don't realize the severity of them needing you in their life. But trust and believe they're going to find out today. Trust and believe they're going to find out today, because they have not been using their time well. No, they have not. And it's going to be very sad. Okay? You are learning what you truly desire. You're like, I truly desire to have a good family, but this is not the family dynamic that I want. I truly desire to have a person that is honest, that this person has not been being honest. And so I have to create space and room for a real one. And these people ain't being real. So if I clear the room, God will send them in as need be. Okay, and that is the lesson that you are graduating from. This is the justice that is unfolding. You are the walking justice. You are the walking karma that these people are going to have to deal with and get a front row seat to for however long. for however long. And for a lot of them, it's an 18-year sentence. It's a 10-year sentence of how much longer they're going to have to hear how amazing you are. Yeah. You have a golden opportunity coming in because you're showing God, I did love them and I did care about them, but I know that you're going to bring me someone better that is more deserving. That will make me a priority. That will keep me safe. That will inspire me to do better in my life. I feel like when we meet the right people, they make us want to do better. They don't make us want to use them and sneak around and belittle them. And no. Heed wise counsel and listen. Now, you being the wise counsel in so many situations, you are going through a digital detox and de-influencing of who you will listen to. Because not everyone is a real one. Not everyone is a real one, so you're choosing to heed wise counsel. Okay, who are you in the world? You are getting to know the new you. You're like, the new me chooses me. The new me chooses my child. The new me chooses God, the divine, the universe. I don't choose BS. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, well, it damn near might be an actual duck. Okay? I love you guys so much. Let me know what's going on in the comments. Drop your favorite affirmation. And if you made it all the way to the end of this message, I want you to drop below, let's see, a frog. Okay? Sometimes we got to kiss a lot of frogs until we find the right people. And that's okay. Truly. So don't forget to smash the you know what. Hit the bell, duh. You do not want to miss out. New exclusive ad-free messages have been posted on Patreon. And so if you're looking to join, it's only $11.11 a month. The link is down below. I also drop all affiliate links for toys that I use in videos and etc. Things that you might have seen in other videos and products that I use. So if you're looking for the affiliate links, they are down below. All right, you guys, I love you so much and I'm sending you hugs. Mwah.